What's going on, guys? This is Especially back on Steadfast Courage, and today we're going to go over what's going on in the Europes right now with the Germany and the Russia. So check it out. So we're going to wind back the clock back in July 11th, 2018 to a time before all this crap happened. The invasion of Ukraine and all this crap. That crap rolls downhill. So Trump, whether you agree with him or not, he's a good fellow, and he predicted this whole situation happening with Germany and Russia. Anyone with any bit of foresight could have predicted this stuff happening with Germany and Russia. Just a little bit of foresight, thinking a little ahead like an adult, This is what he said.
Sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. So we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting all of these countries, and then numerous of the countries go out and make a pipeline deal with Russia, where they're paying billions of dollars into the coffers of Russia. So we're supposed to protect you against Russia, but they're paying billions of dollars to Russia, and I think that's very inappropriate. And the former chancellor of Germany is the head of the pipeline company that's supplying the gas. Ultimately, Germany will have almost 70% of their country controlled by Russia with natural gas. So you tell me, is that appropriate? I mean, I've been complaining about this from the time I got in. It should have never been allowed to have happened. But Germany is totally controlled by Russia, because they were getting from 60 to 70% of their energy from Russia and a new pipeline. And you tell me if that's appropriate, because I think it's not. And I think it's a very bad thing for NATO, and I don't think it should have happened.
He pretty much told him this is what could happen. Russia could take over. Russia could hold Germany hostage. Just everything that's happening right now. Not right now, but pretty much, yeah, right now. Everything that's happening right now, that's what he said that could happen. And the Germans, they just looked at him, laughed at him, giggling to themselves. Ha 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 ha. We Germans, we smarter than you. That's a French accent, but you get what I mean. You guys get what I mean. Pretty much just laughed in his face like he knows nothing. Instead, they listened to that kid, Greta Thunberg. This 18-year-old kid telling them the whole spiel about them taking away her childhood and all that crap in her speech.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones.
And pretty much just this Green New Deal. Talking about the Green New Deal, the environment thing. This environment thing is not going to help anybody in the long run. Pretty much, well, in the short term right now anyways, because the technology is not there for us to do anything with green technology. It's all crap. Look at solar panels, they suck balls. They only work when the sun's out. Wind turbines, they only work when the wind's blowing. And guess what? The wind's not always blowing. The sun's not always shining. This stuff doesn't work. So Germany, with their infinite wisdom of theirs, they listen to Greta Thunberg. This 18-year-old kid with no life experience, nothing of any value whatsoever. They listen to her instead of the man who has 70 years of experience in the business world and life in general. Who listens to an 18-year-old before they listen to a man who has that much years of experience, that much business foresight, just all this experience the man has? And he was right. The man was right. And this kid, they listened to her. That's really stupid. I mean, think back when you were 18. How many people, when they're 18 years old, can think back on how they were? Were they inspiring people? Did they know a lot? Did they have a lot of life experience? Did they do anything with their lives with 18 years of experience? I'm going to tell you no. Unless, they grew up on the reservation where they had to take care of everything on their own, their family and all that stuff. Or you worked in the ghetto and you had to get a job there. But I digress. Let's fast forward the clock 3 years, February 24th, 2022, where Vladimir Putin finally decides to move ahead with his invasion with Ukraine. This situation is escalating, escalating with the Russia invasion to Ukraine, and everyone else in the world is against it. Everyone is pulling their resources.
The High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS, that the U.S. is sending can hit targets 45 miles away.
Turkey has emerged as a key supporter of Ukraine in recent years, selling it dozens of TB2 drones, which Kiev used for the first time last year in its breakaway Donbass region.
Today, Britain announced it will be sending this, its most advanced rocket launcher, following the lead of the US, which is supplying Ukraine with a similar system.
Into this one little country to fight the Russians, the Ruskies. And it's working, so far it's working pretty good, but the escalation of force is continuing. First, America put sanctions on Russia, sanctions on businesses in Russia. Then they're going to hit where the wallet is, Other countries get involved. It's pretty much, at this point, it's almost World War III. Pretty much at this point. Only difference is, it's not a kinetic war at the moment, just in Ukraine. They keep messing around, it's gonna hit there soon. So we're gonna move forward 6 months.
Today, Russia's state-owned gas producer Gazprom announced a complete halt to the flow of natural gas through that key Nord Stream 1 pipeline to Germany.
To August 31st, 2022, when Russia state-owned energy company Gazprom, Gazprom, halted exports to the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, shutting off gas to Germany. This thing's escalating. It's spreading to other countries at this moment. And of course, Germany finally feeling the burn between a rock and a hard place with the Russian and Ukrainian invasion, has a problem now. They can't get gas for the winter time, so Nord Stream 1 is completely out, shut off. Nord Stream 2 is still under construction, which they halted construction on it. Now they have no way to keep warm in the winter time. This winter's be a brutal one, to tell you that much. I know how it feels not to have any warmth in the winter time, and it sucks. Thankfully, I'm resourceful. I can make things happen. But in Europe, it's a lot different than in the Europes. You can't cut wood. You can't rely on wood, because I'm pretty sure they got laws there against cutting wood. Plus, it's always wet. It's always rainy. And it's just plain freaking miserable. Even in the summertime, it's cold as balls there. So let's fast forward to September 28th, 2022, where the sabotage of the Nord Stream 1 pipeline completely just destroyed this pipeline. I mean, they can fix it. Of course they can fix it. It's fixable. But why are they going to do that when you got a whole new pipeline that's taking over the job of the Nord Stream 1 pipeline, which is, I'm sure, was all part of the plan. That's pretty much up to speed on what's happening with the whole situation in Germany at the moment and the Europes with the Russian invasion. Now, what do I think? I think the situation is completely screwed up. First of all, the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal is stupid. It completely weakens your country, weakens the population, makes things harder for you, when in reality it doesn't need to be hard. It's like taking off one tire of your wagon because you want to save the environment, because making an extra tire causes too much pollution in the environment. They're still going to make that tire, man. You might as well take advantage of that damn tire. Take advantage of what we have now, because this kind of stuff happened. This is the key example of why Green New Deal crap is not a good idea. It's never a good idea. It destroys jobs. It destroys lives. It kills people. Obviously, it's killing people now. It's just not a good idea. I'll give you an example of the Green New Deal. Alright, this is totally off subject. This is me ranting at the moment. Let's look at Kayenta, Arizona, the Navajo Nation. They want to get rid of Peabody mine because, you know, coal mines destroy the environment, that whole BS. In reality, the more you invest in coal, in clean coal, the more things get better. Because you can get clean coal power plants too, and they work. They're not BS, man. They work. Clean coal power plants, they work. They got scrubbers in there, and they got things advanced. The better technology gets, the better things get. And the green stuff really just limits people. It just limits yourself, like cutting off your leg, because the other leg creates greenhouse emissions. Because you gotta wear 2 shoes, a pair of shoes. It's pretty much like that. It's pretty much that kind of thinking, mindset. I understand that you're thinking you're saving the environment. In reality, you're destroying lives, you're destroying jobs, you're destroying a lot of stuff. Back to the Kayenta example I gave you guys. Kayenta is a small little community that needs jobs direly. It needs a lot of jobs, and if you know anything about reservations, you know that it's a bad situation there. The unemployment is like 80%, 85%. Suicide rates up because people can't get away from this terrible environment. It's just bad. So you just got rid of one of the key players that creates money for your economy, in your local economy, that you really need. There's no other economy there. The tourist economy is almost non-existent. The people just live off the government, which is pretty much that's pretty much all they want the people to do, is live off the government. And this is the Green New Deal in the flesh. It destroys jobs. It destroys local people. It uproots local people to where they gotta move somewhere else to find new jobs. It's just not good for anybody but the government, so they can continue feeding the people. So that's just my thought on the Green New Deal. It really just ruins stuff. Same with this Germany thing. This whole Germany thing is ruined because of the Green New Deal. The green and stuff doesn't help. There's no room for that stuff. Handed a whole country over to a madman. And now they're suffering for it. But that's just me though. That's just what I think. Then again, who am I, you know? I'm just some YouTuber that loves making YouTube videos and loves guns a lot, you know? This is what I think about the situation. And I told you the whole synopsis of what's going on there in the Europes. And it looks like the beginning of World War III. It's not a good situation right now. Nope. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I sure had a fun time researching this video. And I've been keeping a good eye on the situation. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to Steadfast Courage, and comment if you like anything else, and ask. You can comment to ask me whatever. I'm gonna do this type of setup at least once a week. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and check out the other videos. There's plenty of other videos on this channel, or check out my last video where I take out the AR-10 to 1,000 meters. Check that out. Remember, peace through fire superiority, specialistly out. And remember, vote Republican.